Well, the sun's been up about a quarter of an hour at Soggy Bottom Farm. Last night we heard a bang, crash. Sure enough, tree going through our boundary fence. Bloody lovely. More trees to cut up. Anyway, today we're going to head off, pick up a tractor, a TEA20 Fergie, and a trailer. So what happened is I actually bought the tractor for very little money. They reckon it's not going, but I need another tractor. Well, I don't need, but it would help for parts for my one. So then I thought I'll go and hire a trailer to pick it up, a car trailer. And then back in my days I found one on Trade Me, which was a reasonable price. So I thought I'll buy that. So we're going to go and pick that up and then head off and get the tractor, and we'll see if we can get it going or not. Otherwise I'll just winch it on and head off home again. So it's a full day. It's a few hours drive. So we'll just see what unfolds. Okay, we're off. See what the day brings. It's a big outing for us because we've been on the farm all the time. Okay, we got here, missed a little bit of it all, but getting this tractor on, winching it on. Here indoors has got the winch. Oop, gotta turn those wheels a little bit that way. you reckon it's been like? Look at that. Right, she's all tied down. Hopefully it won't move for the trip back home. Beautiful day in the countryside here. Right, head off home. Well, we finally got it back home. It was a bit of a long trip. It's the next day. So the idea is to take it off, put it in the carport, or just have a quick check over it. It's a little bit kind of more knocked around than I thought it was. I didn't film too much of it yesterday because we need other people's place and they wonder what's going on. But I did talk to the guy that actually owned it, well, the father of the son. He said it did go, but then it stopped, and then he kind of started, oh, you know, could be coil, could be this, could be that, it could be fuel. Well, when they start talking like that, you know, they don't really know, because coil and fuel are two different things. So anyway, you know me, I like mucking around with this crap. So I'll put it in the carport for now and just go through the basic things and see what the results are. Okay, I've got this Fergie in my carport now. Couple of things I've looked at. One, the battery was flat. Starter wouldn't go, key spun around and round. Put water in it, as you can see it leaked out, but that's leaking from thermostat housing, which looks like the gasket. Looks like someone's had a bit of a play around and put some gasket going there. Took the starter motor out and pulled it all to pieces. It's a shame I didn't film that, but never mind. Cleaned it all up and put it back together, and it worked good. So I just think it was been sitting around most probably and needed a good clean up on the brushes and the armature and stuff like that. So that works all good. Cranks over. No spark though. So it's not a biggie, I hope. Just got this far. Taken the distributor cap off, have a look inside. It does look like the points are a bit close. I imagine might be a coil. The guy said something about a coil, made me wonder why he said it, and said it was hard to turn over. Well, it was hard to turn over because the starter was getting buggered. But if I get the magical key here and stick it in there and go, so she turns over no problem now. So I don't know what now. I've got to go and do another job, so I'll just leave it for now. I'll put the battery on charge overnight, and that come up, which surprised me because I thought it was dead. You know how you put a battery on and nothing ever happens. But lucky I've got a charger there that has got 3 different settings, and the first one's quite grunty, so I give it a shock, and that seemed to get something into it, and then put it onto trickle charge after that. And then it just automatically turns off once it's fully charged, and it was by this morning, so that's good. I put a spotlight on, the battery's shining for, would have been 20 minutes, and then charged it back up again. When I say 20 minutes, the spotlight hadn't gone out, so it was obviously alright, holding charge. So I put it back on the charger, charged it back up. Anyway, I'll just have to leave it here for now. I've got some sheep to go and check for lambing. So. Well, this is interesting. I took the distributor cap off to have a look at the points. I've got it where it opens, but it's not open. Quite rusty. So I'll clean them up and reset them. And then we'll see if we've got some spark or not. Where's my screwdriver? There we go. Oh, look how rusty they are. Lovely, eh? How can I get in there? There. Okay. Okay, we'll clean them up and see what happens. Okay, I've actually ended up taking the points right out, filed them down. They were quite buggered really. Put them back in. A couple of things really. This here, I'm not convinced that that was actually not shorting out through the body, and inside on the points there's a fibre wash that goes in between them, and that wasn't there. So that means to say that the points were shorting out for sure. So someone's been in there, someone's played around, and someone doesn't know what they're doing, but that's all good. Gives me something to work it out. So anyway, I've got spark, no problem. I've rigged up my portable fuel tank. This fuel tank here, I did put fuel in it and it was leaking underneath, so I've just cleaned it up a little bit for now and put some Knead-It on it, and hopefully that stopped it from leaking. But anyway, before I start it, now we have to look at the water, and I'll just get my screwdriver and show you. So I've got to take this off, right? So the pipe from there to there I took off. Look at this. Absolutely full of bloody rubbish in there. Holy hell. So that in the water pump. So that's interesting. So I might just take this hose off. I've got to take all this off that is leaking right there. Seal that up, and just so I can get water. I won't clean it out properly yet. Just make sure it all goes before I go too far. So I'll just take this off, fix that, and we'll take it from there. That's a little bit of a nuisance because all my governing bar and stuff like that's on there. I'll take this off, see if it's got a thermostat in it or not. So just watch the space. Hang on. Okay, okay, I've taken it all off. Run a file across this. A little bit rough it was. This one here. Run a file across there. Put gasket glue on there, and I've made some gaskets. There's some gasket paper I had. You can see how rough it is on top. Didn't have a thermostat in it, but that was to be expected, I suppose. But anyway, I'll put that back together, throw some water in it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I've got it all back together. Touch wood. No water leaking at the moment. Apart from a little bit coming out of here. Wonder it could have been dripping down from up there, so that's no big deal. Couple of things. While I was mucking around with the thermostat and that, I noticed this bar here goes down to the governor, and that governor is the accelerator. And this generator, or alternator I should say, that was like loose. A lot of loose stuff on this, very, very loose. So that was just sitting there, not even tight. So I've tightened that up. I wouldn't even know if it alternates or not. So we'll give it a go, see if it starts. I doubt it, but anyway, we'll give it a go and just see if I can start it with the choke. Maybe. The Fergies are normally pretty good. Okay, here we go. Ignition. Yep, we've got ignition light, so that's all good. Oh, you're bloody kidding me! You're kidding me! Oh, good oil pressure. Ignition light's gone off. Whoa, that's a surprise. Oh, that was the starter motor whirring away because of the key. The water pump sounds a bit noisy. Oh, with all that crap in there, expect that. Oh yeah, oil pressure's gone down a bit on the idle. Push that down, I had to push that up by hand. Well, that really surprised me. It ran pretty good. It's got a really noisy water pump, but with all that crap in there, we could imagine that would be buggered. Sounds like the bearings. Didn't smoke, didn't do anything on the exhaust there. It was bloody incredible. Yeah, so when I started it, because the key is knackered, someone's butchered it, I just threw a Oop. Just threw a little key in there. Where is it? Yeah. And it, when I started, it obviously stayed on, you know, the ignition stayed on to the solenoid, and you could hear it going. As soon as I turned that a little bit, it went off. Oh, pretty happy with that. I'm just going to see if the clutch and the hydraulics work and take it from there. Maybe sort that fuel tank out, put that on. Jeez, that's really surprising. Okay, so obviously I've got no throttle, so I've got to work something out there, because that has a shaft that goes down on a spring because they have a governor. You realise what the governor's for? So when you're going along and got it set and you're playing or something and she needs a bit more grunt, the governor will let it rev up a wee bit without having to alter it. As soon as you reach the power you need, the governor will let it off and it will come back on its revs a wee bit. So that's no biggie. Getting it going was a big thing. See a bit of oil down there. Don't know if I'm leaking oil out from somewhere, but that's no biggie either. We'll sort that out. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, I just had a quick look around it again. When I said before the water pump, that noise was not all the water pump, it was the actual fan hitting the cowling on the radiator. The water pump still got a bit of a noise there, but it's acceptable. So that part's all good. The hydraulics went up and down. I have got straps still on this, so I couldn't let it right down, but the hydraulics worked, the power takeoff worked, and I put it in gear and all that worked. So really, geez, can't complain for a couple of $100 tractor. It goes alright. I did notice the oil pressure dropped down a wee bit when I managed to get those revs down a bit, but that's still acceptable, so you really can't complain. Anyway, we'll start her up, have another listen. There's still a bit of noise there, but that's all good. The alternator is working. Here's another thing I noticed. So it's all working. See how the oil pressure has dropped down. But that's on idle, so that's still alright. Maybe change your oil and filter, do all that stuff once I know it's all good. Because it's not worth ripping in and doing a lot of things like I see a lot of people doing. They change oil and filters and water and put in antifreeze and all that stuff to find out that she's got a hole in it or whatever. Well, the motor don't run too good. So now the motor's running, I'll change the oil, get an oil filter for it, and flush it out, put some antifreeze in it. I'll get it off the trailer, make sure it drives around the paddock. The only thing I don't know is the brakes, but the brakes are on at the moment. You know how it's got a like a handbrake system, ratchet system, so they're on, and I do know that it was holding it when I put it on here, but how good they are I don't know. So at this stage we'll just leave it where it is at the moment. Yeah, well, it's bloody raining outside, it's a bit miserable today. Got a job to do tomorrow, so I can't really do anything, so tidy stuff up, maybe take this off the trailer. Yeah, trailer's the next thing that I got. It looks pretty good, just needs a bit of a tidy up here and there. Well, sweet. Okay, there she lies, folks. It goes forward, reverse, brakes work. Not the greatest, but enough to pull you up. Did you hear that noise before when I went over that bump? All it was the front moving so much it hit the cowling, the front axles hit the cowling and pushed it into the fan a wee bit. Something exciting. I did work out the accelerator that I said I couldn't find. I did find it in some parts, so it hooks up onto the governor. That's it there. Oh, that's a bit hot. That's it there. Going up into there. Hang on, I'll lift this up and you'll see this part here. So I put that on, so that actually works all good now. So I don't know, nothing really much to say. Very low gear with these little wheels on it. Now I had it in top gear at one part there. So all the hydraulics work, up and down. PTO works, that spins. As I say, the brakes work, enough to pull you up. Clutch works. Oil pressure is average. We'll get a filter and change the oil. Who knows what that oil's like. Put some proper oil in it and it might bring the oil pressure up a wee bit. Apart from that, that's about it. So we'll end it right there. So don't forget to like and subscribe, you all here, and I'll catch you next time. Beep beep.